Hello and welcome to this weekly card reading. And I am so sorry that I just went MIA for about a month, I think. I was in a transition of moving and with moving it's just chaotic. I was tired and everything was chaotic, and then you get to the new place and nothing's in place. So I haven't felt that I was in a place to connect or be structured on anything. But oh my God, I'm feeling more grounded. And that is why I'm able to be here to give you some messages for your week ahead to hopefully help you with whatever's going on in your life right now. So I have received two messages, and I pulled a card for each afterwards just to validate or expand upon the message. So you just need to feel in to see if message 1 or 2 is meant for you this week. And if both are meant for you this week, lucky you. All the messages are coming your way. I do want to say a funny little story before I get into this. So when I pull forward, so I go and I do my connection ritual, and then I pull forward the energy of message 1. And when I pull forward the energy of each message, I also get an intuitive inkling of which card deck, because I've got many, because they're so pretty. And I get kind of a nudge of which card deck they want me to pick to validate what I received. So the first message, I got pulled to this card deck, one of my favorites. And when I pulled forward the second message, my lazy mind, ego, was like, meh, I can use the same card deck. I don't need to go look for another one. And so I received the message, and I went and I shuffled my cards. And what I like to do when I'm using Oracle cards is a shuffle until like one pops out. And as I was, shuffling and shuffling and shuffling and nothing's popping out, and I'm like, can you just pop out? Just pop out. And then I instantly heard, well, you're using the wrong card deck. And I was like, oh man, so annoying. So then, I get intuitively taken to this card deck. And I go, and sure enough, a card comes flying out, and it was exactly the message that I received. And you just have to laugh. I'm like, it's like, spirit being stubborn. I'm sure in my first card deck, there would have been a card that was, appropriate for the message I received. But, I don't make the rules. They wanted me to use this other card deck, and that's what I did. And they came through. So I just wanted to say that, because it's just like, come on. So hilarious how it all works, and then just how your mind can be, play the games and all of that. So, all right. Message number 1. Okay, let me just pull that. Yeah, so message number 1, this came to me as an image of like somebody receiving a present or a surprise. And the image that I received was like, I got given this like box, this present, and I opened it, and like everything shot out like, yay, we did it, yay. And then I felt this energy of like whoever was receiving this was then kind of like looking behind, being like, is this like what I want? Is this like, should I be excited? Or there was like this confusion. And so I was like, oh, I'm like that. Usually when we see like a present and we see fireworks and it's celebration, we're like, yay, you got to where you wanted to do, you achieved that goal, whatever it is. But there was this kind of like lackluster of like, I should be super happy, but I'm questioning if I should be super happy. And the card that I pulled was a merry motive. And so the message kind of coming through is, to sit with what it is that maybe you have achieved, what it is that maybe you are, putting your focus and energy into what you're trying to manifest. And it's just they're asking you to take a step back to understand the pure motive of it, because it feels like, yes, that might be like, oh my God, like this is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. And then they're kind of like, but if you look through it, it's like, what's driving that want? What's driving that focus or that desire? And it might not be truly authentic to what you really want in the end. So like, example, like say you're working really hard and you're really wanting this promotion, and, and what comes with this promotion is like, status, and you don't want to let, family down, or you don't want your ego gets hurt when you're kind of like, I didn't get the job. And it's kind of like, they're wanting to be like, what is the motivation behind it? Is it because you truly love that job? And that just lets you experience more of it? Or is the motivation because you want to climb that corporate ladder? This is just an example. And because if you do that, then your status quo in the world goes up. Your family is proud of you for what you did. All of these things that maybe to you, to like your true core, doesn't matter. But we're kind of like focusing on like the wrong things. It's even a time to take a pause, because maybe it's not external validation. Maybe it's not trying to, impress, or, what everybody else says you should do. Maybe there's something internally, like this overachiever that's just like, I'm constantly trying to achieve the next thing. But in reality, like, you're never going to reach that next thing because you're not happy with just like truly where you are. So basically it's I just heard like, oh, way to rain on somebody's parade, or like whatever. Not trying to do that. It's kind of just like, just to take a pause and just to start to think, like, whether it's something you've just accomplished, received, whether it's something you're working towards, whatever it is just to take a pause to make sure that's what you truly, truly want. And what is the why behind it? Where is the why, and where is that coming from? Is that coming from your healed version, or is that coming from an unhealed version of yourself? Yeah. And it's okay to shift and change if you're just like, you know what? Actually, this isn't what I wanted. I want to walk dogs for a living. I don't want to be a lawyer. Very drastic and different. But it's like, this is like the whole point in this world, is to do what lights you up, not what maybe makes others, appreciate or look at you more. It's whatever like truly lights you up from inside. Okay. I hope that's helpful. So message number 2 is, it feels like the message is to surrender and let go. And so I feel like that comes up so much, and it truly does when it comes from spirit and the other side, because they get frustrated with us because we hold on to things so tightly, or we try to like have control over things because it feels safer that way. And it's something that the other side is constantly being like, can you just let go and let us help you, type of thing. So this one was really, it felt like whoever this message is for is maybe you've been struggling. Maybe you've been, like it shows me like different images of like, maybe it's money, and it's like getting this paid and then borrow from this side. And you're just all these juggling balls to try to get it to work. Just feeling like you're kind of fighting along the way to survive, in a sense. Like the image was of somebody, drowning or struggling with the current. And the message that I heard come through was like, if you're struggling with a strong current, is you're supposed to, like, if you've been taken under the water, you're supposed to just completely go limp noodle and allow it to spit you out, because the more that you fight against it, the more you kind of stay stuck in that spiral. That's the imagery that they were giving me. And so then, like I said at the beginning of the video, it was this was the one where they're like, choose the other card deck. And the card that popped out, and that's why I love oracle cards, is let go of control. I was like, what? Could that have been any more clear from the message that I received? And then to have that validating of letting go of control. So it really just feels like whatever you're doing right now that has you spinning your wheels is a deterrent. Like you're going to continue to spin your wheels, so something needs to change. And sometimes like I do get that sense of like, sometimes it's like just you know letting go and allowing like the universe to come forward. Now this may look like asking for help. That might look like where you're like, okay, I'm done, I can't keep doing this anymore, this isn't working, I give up. Okay, I'm going to ask for help. I'm not going to do it all on my own anymore. So these things where it's kind of like you think maybe you're just managing and getting by, and you're like, it will get better, it will get better, but you're just kind of spiraling in that moment. Sometimes we need to kind of take a step back and allow whatever needs to unfold. Sometimes that can come in with like a relationship that you are holding on to so tightly that is constantly being shown that it's not good for you, or this isn't where you need to be, but you're so scared of the letting go that it's kind of like you're holding on for dear life, but it's not getting better. Where maybe if you're kind of like, you know what, like, I'm done trying to save this relationship for the two of us, like I tap out. And in that sense, like, that may be where then it's inviting a relationship, a partner in that you had no idea you deserved or could receive, or whatever it is. But kind of like whatever you're spinning your wheels in and holding on so tightly that doesn't feel well, the universe is just saying, like, basically, trust us, like, give over your surrender and allow the universe to bring forward what needs to come forward, because it's better than what you are currently kind of like fighting in. So I hope that is helpful. If you have any questions, you can always send me a message. And there you go. I hope you have a great one. Bye.